the Super Review Show here, where you may notice there's a different background behind us. That's because we are moving stuff around a little bit. We're going to toy around and see if we can do the Super Review Show in another part of our house. Anyways, this is the forehead. That's right here. So anyways, today on this week's episode of Rock Talk, here's what we talk about. We talk about, which just turned 50 years old, by the way, the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
You want me to go off on the album cover?
Of course. Kyle has his own, the forehead, I should say, has his own interest in this. Let's see what he has to say.
Alright, so I really like the cover. It has a lot of historical, like, figures. You see, like, Marilyn Monroe back there and stuff like that. Right. Also, you have, like, the Beatles and the Rolling Stone doll over here. You know what I mean? It's really cool. Yeah. I just like the... the way the album is made and stuff like that. You can go more off on the song, because I know you know more actually about this album than I do.
Yes, I do. But then again, because there's Apple and all the Beatles music is not on YouTube anymore because they've been taking it down, and that's to me that like is annoying to me. But I bought this whole album on vinyl. Look at this cover, guys. I just really
it's very nice.
I mean, look at it. It's like it fits right underneath us on the camera. So I mean, it just looks. I mean, look, these are the Fab Four, of course. Is this our first Beatle album we're talking about?
I think it is.
I think so.
I think it is.
Now, one of the things I point out to Kyle is that this album is one of the most iconic covers in rock and roll and popular music.
You see, like Edgar Allan Poe, I think, up there too, right there.
Yeah, like they have like all these historical figures. That I believe that's not Marilyn Monroe, but she's on here.
She's right there. You can see her right there.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, and there's just a great amount of detail on the cover alone, let alone all these songs. And let me just read off the songs for a sec. Now, obviously, you know, I'll go more into this in a little bit, but Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the song, was actually just something Ringo Starr said.
Really?
He lived, like Ringo Starr, a lot of the songs they made were just Ringo Starr saying, "It's been a hard day's night."
Okay.
You know, or, "She loves you," you know, like a lot, that's the way a lot of the songs went, and he just happened to just pop out with the words Sgt. Pepper's not word for word, of course, but he was pretty close to it. And then Paul and Johnson, "Hey, Ringo, you did a really good job there. Let's go make an album." So they made this album, and the Beatles play Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, this fantasy band almost.
Yeah.
Throughout the album, and it's actually, where is this? So it goes like this. Side one, vinyl right here. This is vinyl. Side 1 is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the title track. With a little help from my friends. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Forgive me, I'm looking real crazy. It's Getting Better. Fixing a Hole. She's Leaving Home. Being for Benefit of Mr. Kite. When I'm 64, which is a fun one. Lovely Rita, Good Morning. Oh no, I forgot one. With and Without You. As well as the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band Advice. And when you read these lyrics, like it was 20 years ago today, Sgt. Pepper taught the band to play. And it's just literally they're making up this own scenario like, oh, you know, we're playing this fantasy band. Also, if you look at the and Day in the Life, how could I forget? That's my favorite of any Beatles album. It's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Reprise. And it says, "We're Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band."
That's my favorite song of this album.
A Day in the Life?
Yeah, this one.
Oh no, the reprise?
Yeah, the reprise.
Alright, we will talk about that in a little bit then. I will say there's 3 albums on here there's three songs in here that really stick out to me. A bunch actually, quite a bit. The title track, with a little help from my friends, because the two they were recorded together almost. You know that because when you I know you haven't heard it.
Yeah.
When you listen to it, you'll hear side 1 go like this. You'll have at the end of Sgt. Pepper's like Billy Shears, and that's who's singing with a little help from my friends. And it goes down from there, and then it goes to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Great song, like Drugs. And
I'd have to just say, I'm sorry guys that I don't know some of these songs, is the fact, like JT said, that they took them off iTunes and YouTube's. I haven't, it's been hard for me to try to get to these songs, so I apologize for that. So he's mostly gonna, do the last. But I do know a couple songs from just listening on the radio. So.
Yeah. So, you probably don't know Getting Better, Fixing a Hole, She's Leaving Home.
I think I know that one.
You might. Being Benefit Mr. Kite, Paul McCartney, Silent Night.
Yeah, I actually think I know that one too, but a lot of, I know that one.
Also, Within You and Without You, that's when you listen to it, I'll let you listen to it in a little bit when we're done making this video. It actually sounds like a Buddha song.
Oh, really?
It sounds Middle Eastern.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
Because that's where they were for the majority of the time before they made this record. And then their next album was the Magical Mystery Tour, which was full on I Am the Walrus. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
And When I'm 64, it's cute. It's about weddings or whatever. Lovely Rita, Good Morning, Good Morning. I want to wake up to that now. And then the reprise. Then A Day in the Life sums it all up. You wanted to say something about one of the songs over here, the reprise, or was it A Day in Life?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot on the radio. I love the way it sounds and stuff like that. It's just me, I love that song. So
yeah, and this is also the same as that because this is just the start of the band.
Yeah,
playing through everything. Excuse me.
And that one too. I like that one. Yeah, both.
The Sgt. Pepper title tracks. Yeah. And my favorite song of the whole album is actually A Day in the Life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this one right here. It actually has...
I gotta listen to that one.
It has political... That one's on YouTube. Believe it or not, that one's on YouTube. Where you can watch it. But...
You can, keep going.
I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. I know the news was rather sad. Well, I just had to laugh.
It's the one about Chairman Mao or whatever?
Oh, no.
It has Paul McCartney.
They wrote it. No, here's the thing. This song has a lot of political things that they're pissed off at, so they wrote it into the song. Okay. But the song, music, this is one of those albums that really showed their musical significance.
Yeah.
Everyone knows, she loves you, yeah. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows, please, please me. Oh, it's been a hard day today. That's like a pop route. That's more of like a mainstream pop artist.
Yeah.
They were a pop band. And then they got very interesting. And this is the one where they exploded. Because before this took them 10 to 12 months to record, whereas the other previous ones were all within 6 months.
Yeah.
So that just shows you the engineering techniques in this album. And it's really cool when you think about, and this is the 60s too, and a lot of the things, the recording techniques that they came up with for this album, believe it or not, didn't exist at the time, but John Lennon and Paul McCartney said, how can we do this? And they did that, and then it just went on from there. And everything that the recording industry does now is product of Paul McCartney and John Lennon working together. Simply, I swear, I'm not kidding. Just finding ways to make the music different.
Okay.
Not just musically, but also the recording artist side of it. And this was an album that really showed that. When you listen to A Day in the Life, you'll understand why, because there's a huge orchestra behind them. You would think, oh, pop song, whatever. No, it's
I'm okay
really
with those types of songs.
No, I know, but I'm saying, for the way it was explained to me was that they had Rubber Soul come out, and that was kind of like their last of the "She Loves You" kind of music. Yeah. It was a song.
They started to go more like.
They started to go get gritty.
Yeah, grittier, and I know they started to get more political too.
Yeah, they really started saying, "No, we're the most popular people in the world. We can do whatever we want."
Yeah.
It was like that. Then you get to the next album after that was Revolver.
Yeah.
Which had Yellow Submarine.
Yeah. Everyone.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
Yeah.
You got the point. And then they came out with this one, and this was an album that changed their style. It changed the way that you can make a song that fits on the radio. Because A Day in the Life is 4 minutes, and it fit on the radio, so people could hear it, but you would not think, oh wait, wow, I can't believe that song is on the radio.
Yeah.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, a great example of that. It's about drugs.
Yeah.
Whereas a few months earlier they were like, she loves you, you know what I mean? Obviously a year before that they were like, I want to hold your hand, I saw her stand there, which is all great songs. Don't Love Me Do. Yeah. All these other Beatles songs that came out before this one. This one, though, kind of exploded them, and I like that. I like that, because then this led to Magical Mystery Tour. You gotta hear that one, too. I Am the Walrus. John Lennon thinking he's a walrus was pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I have it all on my laptop, which we're recording this on.
You give. I'm not going to give a rating again because I haven't. Oh. I've listened to some of these songs, but JT, you give your rating.
My honest rating of this? Well, let me just, before I say my rating, Rolling Stone magazine, okay, a few years ago, they did their top 500 albums of all time.
Okay.
What made number one? This.
Really?
This album is considered to be one of the greatest albums of all time.
Wow.
Why? I don't know. I've listened to the whole thing all the way through from the beginning to end. It makes sense, but it's also...
It's not. It's a little overhyped.
To me, I feel like it's a bit on the... Oh, don't get me wrong. It's a groundbreaking record, but at the same time, it just... You look at this cover for a second. Let's just do this. Look at that for 1 second, right? Look at that. That's like full... It's a reprint, of course, but still, you get the point. If I had to rate it, I'd give it... not because it's the Beatles, not because it's this or that. My honest opinion, my honest rating would be that it is a solid 9 out of 10. To me, it's perfect to some people. It's not quite perfect to me because, even like I said, they were changing. But the Magical Mystery Tour album, which was a few months after this, All You Need Is Love, I Am the Walrus, Hello, Goodbye, even more Stranger Things. This was the beginning of the Strange, but the end of the... This is the end of the She Loves You, Yeah, Yeah, or In My Life, In My Life. It was a combination of both of those, and I love it so much.
Even though I don't know about this album, I know how, like, my teacher, Mr. Kelly, he loved the Beatles, and he kind of, like, laid out how they, how they made their songs. Yeah, and over time, they started getting really political. John Lennon especially, I'd say. John became the biggest political... He also became the most hippie of all of them. Yeah. I mean, that's a whole other topic. But seriously, this is one of those albums that I was fortunate enough to buy and listen on iTunes and on vinyl and listen to the whole thing. Because the one thing to listen on iTunes, you can just skip it. Yeah. On vinyl, you can't. Boys and girls of the new generation, you cannot skip on a vinyl. You let it play. Seriously, we can just go on a phone and we can skip the song. Yeah. But the reason why I like the vinyl albums from the past more than albums today in general is because they were designed in a way where you listen to the beginning, you listen to the end, and you get the whole picture. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you even with these albums today, you can't hear the story all the way through almost. Exactly. You can't hear the message throughout the whole. It transcends through the whole album. Very few albums today have that. A lot of people don't even know how to do that, and that makes me sad. But as a fan of the Beatles, big explanation here, 9 out of 10 for Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Now, when Kyle listens to this, or the forehead, I will put his rating in the description of this video, so you guys know what his rating is. And listen, if you haven't listened to the Beatles, it's great to listen to other music too. It's great to listen to rap, it's great to listen to rock, it's great to listen to hip hop, whatever. This is one of the greatest albums of all time. We both can testify for that. And I'm telling you, I'm not suggesting this to my YouTube viewers, I'm telling you guys, this is the album to beat musically, lyrically, message, everything about it is near perfect. So go check that out on your own. I'd like to thank the Forehead very much for doing this Rock Talk episode with me. Happy 50th anniversary to the album, too. On June 1st, 2017, it came out to be the 50th anniversary of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. You can find that post of ours on Facebook, if you will, on the Super Review Show. Just facebook.com/superreviewshow. You'll be there, or just search it. Same thing on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter right here on the Super Review Show. Simply at the Super Review Show. We tweet every day. We do whatever we do, and thank you very much. I'd like to thank the good man here, Mr. Forehead. He's here. I got a YouTube channel. That's it.
Yes, the Forehead. Subscribe to him as well. And of course, if you'd like to see here, subscribe for more. Thank you very much for watching this Rock Talk episode, guys. So I have the Super Review Show. J-Man. Off to rock.
And the Forehead.
We'll see you guys later.